What is this? Why is it just like that? Oh, it needs to update. Molina hybrid. Okay. Yeah, so we are set for Monday 9:30 with them, right? Like the meeting with them.
S- Um, they're asking for the press kit. I guess I just send the link that the package that we made before, right? I'm gonna do it now before I forget. Although they are like asking for 3 photos and there are like, I don't know, 7, 8 photos, but I'll just send it and then see what they would say. I'll do it now because otherwise I'll forget. Mm, skit, promo kit, press kit. Photos, trailer, dossier. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna send it. And so we talk about the workshop, is it? Yeah. I just want to say like these days I'm a little bit well, I'm just expressing that I'm not happy with the communication because I know that you acknowledge that, but also that doesn't mean that, I mean, it's just asymmetry that, we have. So uh yeah, I don't know I didn't know how to say that, but I just wanted to say that.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it's not
sure.
like, it's not like I'm mad or well, sometimes yes, but now it's fine. And but also like I needed to say it because but
Yeah,
I know that you acknowledge that,
I
uh,
understand.
you know,
So now I just have this. Let's just share this. Editor copy link. I'll paste it here. Okay. Oh yeah. So we.
and by the way, I talked with Nuno about the TEI conference,
Mhm.
and he's cool with, we apply for the performance. I, I don't know, is that the one in France next year?
Ah, this Ice in France.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, like he's more like welcome to, like apply more things so that there's a chance to get there, right?
Right.
Especially for me, I can get money to go there if I get accepted for like anything,
Right.
So that
Yeah,
will
that
be
sounds good.
great. Yeah.
So
And we still have a lot of time, so we can talk about it
in terms
later.
of deadline, yeah.
They don't say it yet, but I think it's in
Okay.
October. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
When I go inside.
Yeah. Right. How's
So
going at Puff?
yeah, I mean, we start. I mean, this is the I guess the third day. I mean, the second morning. So it's still like taking shape, especially with the structure.
Okay.
I mean, something now that actually reflecting now also on what you said in the stress. I mean, when you reflect about the asymmetry that, for instance, you and me have in the workflow right now, and the communication. This is so also present here, you know, like
Mm,
that, especially when you're trying to work in this, like, more fluid way. Um, so that also carries that, last minute. You said like maybe something written down in the board to happen today at 2 p.m. And from that, in that sense, maybe you go to sleep some point yesterday with this idea, okay, at 2 I will have this workshop. And maybe if you come down for the workshop at 2 p.m. is not happening at that time.
yeah.
So it demands this constant update. And if you are not close to the board or for some reason also you don't want to pass by there, it's not, yeah. It's, the fact that it's fluid also it comes with that.
Yeah. And I'm just checking the Puff website, but it's a quite big group, right?
Yeah, the house is full. Like we have more than 100 people, I think, right now. Yeah, and it's nice, but like this meeting is very. It has very nice vibes. Like there's a lot of beautiful people in the building.
I see.
It's very inspiring to be around. But also the meeting takes like, yeah, it's just time is something that you cannot count with. It's very,
Yeah. Yeah. Makes
Okay.
sense.
So how shall we go around this? So
Well,
I need to send this first. I need to send this. I haven't replied about the workshop and it's already finished. So I should just finish that. Uh, because it's just we did this exercise together where we grow this before I travel. So
yep.
it's just
Yeah, it's there, right?
yeah. But yeah, I cannot do this at the same time. Yeah. I mean, for example, like you can finish these things fast. Like for me, it takes me time.
I can do it if you want. Um,
If you want,
but
yeah, yeah. Like I'll appreciate it. Then meanwhile, then I try to grab my head with.
yeah, but also you still have to post on Discord, like to ask people to bring stuff. I mean, I'm not on their Discord because
Okay,
but I can do it too. But
I will put it in the. I'll put it in my to-do list. No.
yeah,
So what we need to ask to in the Discord is for the people to bring an object to dance with.
yes, it's just that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Mhm.
Done.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
So, yeah. I don't remember.
And nice button.
Where this is Stalin, right?
Yeah, it's telling. And on the back it says it's made in USSR.
Really cool. Where did you find this?
There is this well, they say it's a market, but you know, it's not flea market, but they sell like antique stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, this was just €1.
Yeah,
And,
it looks old. Yeah, you can see it's corroded.
yeah. I'm gonna give it to Jan.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very cute. Very cute.
Yeah, you should visit there. Like you will like it. It's actually really close to STL.
Where? The place?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's near. I like it when I go to Izmir to buy this memorabilia from the Soviet times, actually.
Yeah. Because I remember you said about that in Ljubljana as well.
Yeah.
The flea market that didn't exist.
Yeah. Okay, so now I'm in this document in the PiffCamp hybrid.
I'm gonna go back there. PiffCamp or hybrid? PiffCamp
The
hybrid. Okay.
PiffCamp hybrid, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It's just
The naming. Everything is hybrid now.
yeah, the hybrid is the older.
The new one's gonna be hybrid.
It's funny because like now, for instance, like in this way how we work, like it's kind of also I use it in my practice also. Like when it means hybrid, somehow it's like the master, like from there other branches go.
I see. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually nice because it doesn't like overlap with other things. Like people don't use that name so much. So if I put that hybrid in the title, like address bar on the browser, like I can navigate to Modena Hybrid Doc quite easily.
Right.
Anyways.
Okay, so if you see like where I am with my cursor right now, then I'm in
I'm
the
gonna jump. Yeah.
So one thing actually that I don't have clear at the moment is that before going to we need what do we need to prepare and more in practical terms is so I propose to do like 1 or 2 sessions of 2 hours during those days. And my original idea was to do first or the body work and then the technological work, or the other way around. But now I'm thinking that maybe it could be 2 sessions where this thing is blended, like so there is no separation in one session is body work, the other session is soul, but it's just the session is a blended of maybe start with body work and that blends into the technical work.
Like in one session.
Yeah, in one session. What do you think about it?
I would talk about the content first before but I'm open to that. I think because anyways, like if we talk about this body filter, I think that's about body, so we can't separate them, right?
Right.
But I
Right.
feel it depends on what. But I think it's a good idea. And yeah, especially like we don't want to be like stuck to the computer for like 2 hours. I mean, it's not gonna happen, but.
So, like maybe this could work. So you said you went through this performance, and you said Okay, so you are doing the exercise that I have not done yet. Isn't that exercise, if I ask you in relation to the audience interaction, not only in the workshop, because that's clear, straightforward, but in general in the piece, is there some things that resonate in your head that you would like to uh, get to know more a bit, or that you would like to share right now in this idea of interaction with with the people that you think you would like? It could be interesting for you to have some more clarity, or being more concrete, or just simply maybe explore some
Right.
things.
Well, I remember you said that, but then like I started to think what to me like what makes the most sense is you said about like during the workshop the I don't know the main actors. I don't know how you said that, but the main actors are the audience members, right? Like we're in the back, well, not the background, but which I don't know if exactly like if I understand the idea or because to me like workshop is more about doing it together, so it's not like who's the main role or not. But let's say like we have this idea of like workshop or whatever it is, that moment of having the audience as a in the foreground. That's something I thought it's interesting because since I started thinking about this, like for example, like so I don't know like we can be just
Okay.
honest but about the process. But for example, like I still think yeah I still think like we should have some kind of like Hydra workshop in a way that you have to do some kind of coding, quote unquote. Um,
Right.
yeah, and then but also like is that something you feel comfortable or not? But also there are people who's
So yeah, thanks. I think that's
yeah. Let me finish. So I thought if we do like hands-on, I mean, of course you have to like guide them, but also there are participants who's familiar with Hydra, right?
right.
So that's something we could use, quote unquote.
Um, or so the way how I'm seeing this is, I think that that could be, we can start thinking now, for instance. So I agree that we should at some point, it should be straightforward in what is that we want to share. So not, and then because then we can also build or adjust the tool. So then we have to think that, is it maybe some concepts about Hydra itself, For instance, like some things that we use often that we know they work, for us, they create this, it has a form that works for us. So, for instance, feedback, or I don't know, modulation, or if there's some specific JavaScript functions within the library, basically, that we want to help them to understand, and then find the workshop to do that. And I think, yeah, if I prepare myself, yes, I can do that. Or in a more abstract matter, it could be more work in terms of layers on the, maybe not the layers, not the word, but maybe compositional aspects on the image. Then that's what I mentioned, layers.
Like, for example?
Like, just, I think the straightforward way to see this is like how Photoshop works, how Illustrator works, in terms of which layer goes in front. It affects the composition of the image, and that's quite basic. And although it sounds very straightforward, it is not. I mean, it's something that just you have to practice. Yeah. So, and in Hydro also works the same. Like
I mean, like add, like burn. Oh, Hydra doesn't have burn, but
depends exactly the hierarchy of the layers. It will affect the overall composition.
interesting. Yeah, yeah.
So maybe it doesn't have to be one or the other one, but maybe we should find, like, if I ask now, for instance, like, what are the things that we use often that work for us? Said, like, in terms of motion, like, what are the JavaScript functions that we use that work, especially in that space where there is not a green key?
Right. There's like Luma, for example.
Yeah. I mean, also maybe we can start, could be easier, like from a green key, just as an example, because I also will be carrying my green key and I will have more than one. So we can start from that, because also we can control the container, right? While with Luma, and then it will not so easy depending of the conditions. I will have to adjust on the flow, and that will create a stress on me.
Yeah, I mean, green key, it might work, but also, depends on the lighting and so on. So
Right.
it's not, it's different from like how we do in the studio, right? But we could just, play with like Luma or something, something.
So I'm thinking now, like, just from, like, out of the box, it seems that Luma, also opacity, in terms of like generating this ghost feedback. Is that opacity? What is that we use to?
I mean, when you combine Luma with
Yeah,
feedback,
with feedback. How is that that feedback is made? Uh,
I was thinking like I should just open it.
yeah.
Wait a sec. I don't want to do a screen share, but I can open OBS and Firefox, start virtual camera. So I can switch to the virtual camera and oops. Oh, it can. Right. And we said Luma.
Right.
So Luma is just taking the bright ones, and now I'm kind of cut off, but it's kind of funny also. And then the basic feedback is going to be like this, and just layer it
Right.
like this. And then now it's like, oh, this is already quite funny. And then again, we could flip Luma invert. So instead of like taking out dark pixels, now the bright pixels are taken out.
Right.
So this is something we already can play with. I mean, we can flip, like, swap which one works better, and then once you're happy with this, you can start playing with, saturate and stuff.
But then one question I have, like, don't put colors yet.
Yep.
And is this the buffer is updating itself?
It's a feedback.
It's a feedback. So in this case, it's not yet. I mean, there still will be, as long as there is motion, there will be more image, right? It's not.
Yeah, it's just drawing on top of the
on top of
previous
that.
one, and then just
Okay.
goes on and on and on.
Okay. I think this is interesting already. And then from there, okay, we can then add. Then we can think on colors. We can.
Right. Yeah, like this is like the basic thing. I would add it. Where is Roboto Mono? Oh no. Oh, this Google Docs is so fucked that I can't. Ah, no, I can't select the font. Like if I try to like jump to Roboto Mono, it just like, okay, I can use Courier new. Okay, so where am I at? Yeah, now I can, start like basic one is like fade out, right? Like if I do this, then it will like fade out. So it's like a kind of ghost, but very subtle effect.
It will fade out. I mean, and so this color works in time. Why it disappears?
So it's making it like slightly darker every frame. So I can,
Okay.
yeah, like I can make it a bit more extreme so that, now it takes a bit more time. But after some time, you see that it fades out because it repeats darken, darken, darken slightly every frame.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, and then from there, maybe let me just try it. I will just start doing the else.
Yeah. Just close the door.
Hydra, yes. Ahora. No, Don Jorge. This is not. Is this man? Okay, let's take this. Forgot to read this. Which one is yes, this. Okay. Okay. And then the color.
Yeah, I mean, this is like example, right?
Color is, so the color goes before layer.
Yeah. You can also put it in the doc, but
yeah.
But I think it's good if you type it in.
1, 0, 0. So if I do this, what happens? A layer. Oh yeah, I need to point and then again. Okay. So yes, now yes, I always okay. Now I start understanding why in the practices I was often red. You remember? You know why?
Yeah.
Because it's because it's the first code. So I'm just like, I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm just changing numbers. This worked. Let's move on. Okay, so that's why I'm saying red. Like
the first one, yeah. No,
yeah.
I was about to say, like because if you do this, then it will be like, it will take only green and blue channels, so it will end up red.
Yeah.
But you see.
Yeah. Okay. I like, yeah, that's why I end up red. Okay. This is good. I think this is that it makes sense. Like I don't think we should expand too much. So what else? Like what if we add some weight because so what is that we're doing here? So this is part of like something we really want to stay on the computer and explore just this, right? So just like, hey, this is the webcam, this is this, type the code, like tap this, like also we can start saying, if you also say invert, no, if you erase the invert, then it just happens the opposite. Let me just try it. Okay, yeah, the opposite. So we can share this. Also, if I do this, then I get negative with the number. I just do negative with the number, and there is
Was
just
it
a
like
flash.
flipping? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
why it's not flashing. Is it doing a negative transformation?
Yeah. Negative, like every frame. So it goes like stroke.
It was what? How it works? In the negative color will do. What do you
Negative?
mean?
I don't know, actually.
Like
Actually,
I said,
it's more complex than I thought. Because the thing is like, I actually don't know how negative colors work in Hydra, but if you want to play with like the color of the body, you can also do it in the layer, right? Like if I say like, if I add this maybe at the end of, inside the color, the layer, then it just affects me and not the feedback. Like in this.
I didn't follow that. Say it again because I didn't pay attention. Say it again.
So, I mean, on the screen, on my screen, I mean, like I added this color here. Maybe
Yeah.
I would be blue. So I would do this. So this is just affecting me in the, the camera image, but not the feedback. The feedback is just stays the same. I mean, it's just
Right.
fading out, but my color of the camera is affected by this. So if I do this, then so it doesn't go crazy, this you can go wild if you want to, like minus, that's also fine. Oh, this is kind of fun, but it doesn't make the feedback crazy. So that's kind of safe place to like, experiment, so to say.
Okay. Okay. Like share this and like and also put it as a note.
Yeah.
What you just said.
Yeah.
Okay. This is okay. 4 years to get to this point.
Yeah. Well, actually more. In my
For me,
Hydra,
yeah, but for me because I don't know what I'm doing. It's just like I'm just.
that's a good thing, because that's the fun thing about Hydra, that you can just like, start doing random things and still
And
works.
actually, that could be also like a point. I like this also within the concept, or like more from a political perspective on the workshop. This is true. Like that, it's like 4 years where I use this in certain way. Like, and to be honest, I don't really know how it works, but I know certain pathways that help me.
Yeah.
So that they work for our practice, and I will just share that in the notes because I think this is something that we can offer.
Yeah, totally. And then, like we can share like the reference, so someone who's fluent with coding, they can just go to the reference. Like I remember like when we gave a workshop in Hamburg, I think it was Janne and maybe also Ala, like they started, looking into the reference and started playing with stuff, but we didn't really tell them what to do. So
Right.
and I think that's a good thing, like to make the dynamics of, like someone who wants to lead a bit or experiment, and they can tell others about what they found.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah. Yeah. So you said play inside layer. Okay, yes, that's yeah. First, second, fade out. Yes. And then three. Oh yeah, because so you fade out the layer out, but inside then you play with the color.
Yeah, so that's the key
Yeah.
here and there.
Wow, we're gonna get so good after these workshops, research, because this is, I mean, just this highlighting, like this is really useful.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we have something that so now if you go then a bit back then to the exercise that it was proposed, and in your reflection on the piece, is there something for you that you think you would like to know the interaction? Is something that resonates with you?
Um, so I still think like what I said earlier about um the dynamics, or like having them in the foreground, which, and I think that's something that we need to think, or maybe it's more on your end because you're there, that because someone who's good at coding, they will figure it out, right? That's easy,
But
because
what they will figure it out.
like how to code with Hydra,
Yeah.
because they will, if they find, I mean, if we give the reference, the functions, and they will start experimenting, and they know coding already, so they can start to go wild. But then also we want, I don't know how many people are like coming from movement, maybe not so much. Or actually there's one who's saying that there's like meditation or something. But the thing is that, how can they be also like in the foreground? How can they, well, I'm just putting it simple, right? How can this people with movement background teach, quote unquote, the coders?
I think like you have to help me a bit with the what do you mean with the people in the foreground?
Because
You have used twice this word, like you said, uh, dynamics in the foreground, and now you say people in the foreground. What do you mean with this?
because in this case, I mean, in the performance, you're saying that as performers or workshop leaders, let's say two of us, are not the main actors or in the foreground of the
Yeah,
performance. I mean, that segment of the performance.
yeah,
So that also means that the audience, they have to somehow find their dynamics. And for example, if someone can lead, not entire time, but someone who knows a bit of coding with Hydra, then they might be able to teach others who don't know.
okay,
But then I was saying that it should go from both ends. If someone who has a movement background, they should also be able to teach
I see.
coders. And that's actually more challenging
Okay,
than the other way around.
okay. But what I see is then, naturally the way how I'll do it is like just a short intro, body intro, then
Yeah,
you can see there the bodies and not, I mean the disposition also in that space, and at that
right,
moment what bodies are easy in this space. So then while I'm doing this warm-up session, I'm also basically scouting scouting attractors somehow, people,
right.
facilitators,
Yeah,
attractors. So then how can I, well, so then one hand, then from the body session, then attractors in moody in movement practice. But then when we move to the coding um, session, which is just what just we did basically, then in there also, then I found a bit more challenging, maybe because while moving, I can see, I have a feedback from them visually, but with the, well, is this is more like a coding? I don't know. Yeah, I guess maybe if I don't. Maybe I can just straightforward ask if some people have knowledge to Hydra. You see what I mean? Like, because I don't have a visual reference, like to scout while I'm.
Okay, I see, I see, I
Yeah.
see. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like, I think those are the questions, right? And we can't tell until like we're there. But I feel like what we need is the tools. Like, for example, that could be explicitly asking, who's good at coding and so on, or who wants to, who can help as
Yeah.
assistant. But we can think about tools because this is like very like dynamic in a sense that, we can't plan everything. But it's the same with the performance that we don't know who's going to be in the audience. And in the book I was reading, they call it situated actions.
Yeah, can you expand on that? I didn't.
So I'll just wait for you to finish typing.
Yes, give me a second. Moving begin scout. Coding. Ask who can. Okay.
Yeah. Or actually, you can ask already on the Discord, or you can share material on Discord. But yeah, like I was
Yeah.
thinking, like, what are the tools? Like just like, the exercise with Danny, I think that's kind of similar. But like, because we can't have, step by step what we're going to do in the workshop, right? Because someone who has a movement background, you don't know exactly what it is, and you can't really tell what kind of exercise would work in this group.
I think I didn't follow that.
It's not like you prepare step-by-step instructions for the workshop. Or do you?
Not, I mean, no, I guess will be more like a structure. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so maybe the way I would say is the structure. Like to think about the structure so that we can come back to the structure if we get lost. Or I don't know, like yeah, for example, like lost in the sense that, you don't know who's good at coding or yeah, I guess we're talking about the same thing. Let's think about the structure. Oh, sorry, I think you're muted.
Yeah, sorry, yeah. Like if I go like a bit more like a place where I would like to go or I would like to end those 2 hours is that in a practice basically, right? That they were
Right.
practicing. And I will think this moment will be, I think it will be ideal if the only difference is that from the best practices is that they are just with themselves or maybe just two people in a computer, like there is no internet, there is not Zoom call in between. But ideally, I think we'd like they to get to that space where it's just they moving and then sometimes coding, moving, coding.
Right. Actually, like I was thinking like, so I gave this workshop last year in Hamburg in the same festival. And this is exactly like so what I did is like, hands-on, more like rather like step-by-step Hydra workshop. And then because the festival is performing arts, we finished with a performance or like a practice for 30 minutes. And we made a circle with our laptop and sitting together. And then from there, we started, like some people coding, some people moving. It was really open. But then I remember like it was really funny because there was a piano or organ that was in the space, and what's their name? Sarah? they have the different name, Sarah Fatun, I think. Anyways, they started like playing the piano, and then I started making this, like sound reactive stuff with Hydra. Or maybe someone was trying to do it, so I was helping them, or something like this, so that, one station, we made this station there that, they're playing the piano, and then, the color changes with the sound. So that was really nice because it's really concrete, but also, it just organically happens. And I think that's where the idea of the objects come in, maybe. That's, I mean, one thing that could be.
What did you say? Like that's where the idea of objects or
Objects, like because we're asking people to bring up their objects to play with or to perform with.
so yes, and based on that, what happened?
I
You
mean,
mean the emergence? Are you speaking about emergence, right?
yeah, I mean, it is, yeah, because it's sometimes, very difficult just with code and body.
Yeah. I'm thinking like I'm thinking now. So yeah, okay. So I think we have a structure. I think there is some. I mean, as in, it should be body work, checking who is more, yeah, scouting who can help, or and then moving to the coding part, asking them who have experience coding. I mean, yeah. Then from there, then we can start moving to a more emergent place where we see bit what happens. So perhaps we can propose, I mean, can happen easily. The body session maybe is just like fast 30 minutes of body session, maybe a bit more, a bit less. And then from there, I guess the technical part that will take like almost 1 hour to do it short and experiment and then help each other solve issues, internet, computers, and so on. So then we will have like half an hour left for the practice. Yeah, which is like the emergent place. And that could be, I mean, emergent from I guess the difference is like that it's not a, but it's not the sandbox, but I will say that it's a space where then we as guides, then we are open to support the collective as what offerings are in the space at that moment. So for instance, in that example, somebody wants to use audio reactive, right? So then, okay, I can help you. Because mostly, I guess, there will be, or in one, actually could be interesting if we propose them at least in two, like for the practice.
Two? What do you mean?
Like two people trying things in computer.
Like a pair.
A pair. That could be interesting. Like just at the beginning, just everybody in their laptops. Of course, if there's somebody without a laptop, then we see what happens. But just in the practice, we try to make them pairs. Yeah, I think that could be something because they can reflect together and maybe also brainstorm what would like to expand on. And also, if we propose this from an early stage in the PIF camp, also now they know the basis, so they can start plotting some performance and or some sharing for the second session. So say like if the camp is Monday, we start, and then we said, okay, on Friday we will come back more on supporting a sharing with the group. So yeah, we just work on the performance. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. I mean, I thought like, for example, like you can, make a concrete performance also, right? Like, pick what are the interesting moments from the practice, and you can compose something. Just putting
I
out. I
didn't
mean,
follow
that's
that. I think I didn't follow that.
so like the first first workshop is more like, emergent, or like place to, free place that something emerges. And then in the second one, we can reflect, well, as a whole, we can reflect and, for example, if this like audio reactive thing was interesting, then they can start more concrete ideas around it to make a performance.
But yeah, and that in terms of like as a group, or in their couples.
It depends.
Okay, so then in terms of the world and the shape, like world shaping, and the second one, I think that yeah, so in the first one we propose we suggest couples, but then maybe organically from there, and also things can move, groups can form, and they can work together for Friday, and in Friday they can come with a proposal. They could also, maybe that's good if you take note on that. Like, so the idea is that in between we offer them also some tasks to prepare, maybe not to resolve, but to come back maybe with some questions, specifically technical questions that we can help them to see if we can solve them.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea to make it asynchronous.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Lily just sent me a 17-minute message.
What?
The voice message, that's like 17 minutes from Lily.
Oh, wow. She won. I think I haven't done the 17 yet. I think I have done like 11 minutes or 9, but 11 maybe, 9 few times, 11 maybe. 17 is like a benchmark.
It's a world record. No, like usually, like, I mean, it happened, but like we would, split into like some blocks. I mean, we also do that, right? Like 5 minute, 5 minute, 7 minute. That's possible, but
That's
it's just
something that we are like, I know that we are doing not too long ago, is like we have the reflection to break the topics. And that helps a lot.
yeah. To have the like you can jump into that afterwards if you need to.
Yeah.
Although it's still hard to find.
Yeah,
Anyways.
like these amateurs, these amateurs. Lily, if you're watching this video, come on, girl. What's up?
This is a meeting, office video, so I think it's backstage, but yeah. Just saying.
Right. So
Um,
I think I don't know if you want, there is something more that you want to contribute in this idea of the structure.
one thing I thought is like, it's a suggestion, right? It can be like a pair, like explicitly, or we could suggest that half of the laptops are gone. So that will be gone, so that, not everyone can work on the computer at the same time. Oh, you're muted again.
You mean in the second workshop?
In the first one.
Okay.
Because your suggestion was to make a pair, right?
Right.
I was thinking like it could be explicitly like forming a pair, or because everyone has a laptop, right? In the first hands-on coding or experimenting, and then we just say that, half of them have to hide their laptop. So in that case, if there are 10 people, there's only like 5 laptops, so you have to kind of like work together.
Okay. What could be interesting also, I was thinking now, that could be as a lottery situation, you know, because I mean, there is some people who would like to work. I mean, I mostly, or I can speak like I would like to keep my laptop because I know my laptop. But there might be other people who maybe they might have they don't want to use their laptop. So, but my assumption is that maybe most of the people would like to use their laptop. So it would be interesting to have this lottery. Like, so we just from the beginning of the workshop, we assign like 1 to like, or some code, red, blue. And then at some point we unclose, and it could be in a performative. I think this is an important aspect. This is going to the dramaturgy. So if you can notice, is that I think it's important then for me, like then to research these as a dramaturgical element for the performance. So how poetics can within a framework there is a teaching workshop, or like in that classical sense, like sharing specific material, how we can still then experiment with dramaturgy for the performance. So an example of that is we have a need. The need is at some point half of the laptops must be gone. We can use poetics to do that. Like maybe I was thinking in the performance that I did so we did in November when we used this introduce, there is a code you must decipher in Dortmund when the first thing we did with the right. So it's in a performative manner. Like also we think the framework was a lecture performance. So this one is a workshop, but it still is in there, you know, like there is, so red, blue, there is a cipher. It will be, it will be resolved at some point. And it might be also be a bit abrupt, because I mean, it's a bit also, yeah, I mean, okay, these laptops are gone. Sorry. Then the other people, sorry, you know, but we'll see. We'll see. Like then we just need to be careful how the words we use, and that we use care, and we are gentle in the way how we share these things, right?
Right. Should we come back to the call? It's ending now.
Yeah. Yeah. Give me a second. I go to pee. So if you give me
Same.
like 5 minutes.
Are you trying the Hydra or?
Yeah, I was showing the guys like the sketch. Like, look how cool. Magic.
Exactly.
Okay. So let's try maybe to round up in this segment.
Yeah, that'll be great.
I think I'm happy with we have some structure. So let's think in what could be interesting that to. So based on that structure that we have, that is, I mean, I will, yeah. What could be things that would be useful? And again, that I guess my exercise for the next time we talk about this topic is I need to anyway to do the exercise that you did to come back to that performance, and then check from resonances. By the way, I just met Danny in the kitchen, and she said, "Hey, how are you?" And I said, "Like, yeah, I'm in PP break." And she said, like, "I'm so jealous. I feel so because she's not part of the call right now." You're like,
Exactly. By the way, I might need to like move the call because I feel like it's not possible to call from where John is. Anyways, but we'll write. I'll write.
Yeah. So yeah. So based on this, by the way, I see Danny there. So yeah. So what do we think in this? So for what you saw actually.
What? Sorry,
For what you saw,
for
like
the performance.
Yeah, for that in relation to the structure that we have basically.
I guess it's I guess it's what I shared. Sorry, I was a bit lost because before I forget, I joined the Discord channel because that will be important part of the communication, especially when we talk about the tasks in between the first and second structures that I can jump in asynchronously during the camp. You're muted again. No. Oh.
Can you try now to speak? Because I'm trying my head now.
Does it work now? No. I can hear, I think it's Danny talking, but it's like, sounds like underwater.
We're working sitting.
Oh.
Yeah, because I'm getting stressed. We're working here. And
oh my gosh, this is hard. This is hard to listen.
Yeah.
But maybe we wrap up because I need to get going anyways, and we have the structure now. So let's think about the.
Just give me a second. Give me a second, please. Okay, let me move to the other room and then we close this. Yeah. Yeah, I need to jump back to the call.
Yeah. How is it now? Is it working for you? The sound doesn't work. Maybe we do WhatsApp. Or is it working now?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Okay, yeah. Okay, let's round out this session. Okay, let's maybe we have a structure. What I will say is, I will do the exercise that we proposed with Danny.
Right.
And then anyway, so I will suggest that if there is something else that it resonates with you. No, actually, no, you know what? Anyway, I think I would like to because we said wait. Sorry, I'm getting a bit like saturated out. I will reflect on doing the exercise and in relation, so through the lens of the structure that we have, I will try to find resonances on what we have. So the system we have developed so far with them. In order to find places to research in the workshop.
Great.
And so I will suggest also if you can do some some reflection also if there is something that you would like to research based on resonances from the system, the process that we are with Danny.
Right. Yeah, I mean, let's reflect around that topic. Again, I don't know if I would do exactly that way, but I'll try, yeah.
Yeah. Just we spoke the last. Yeah, it's yeah. It's a suggestion. Like you can interpret it as you yeah.
Yeah.
It just don't mention about your shopping. I mean, yeah, it's to keep it within the framework.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, I will do this, and so then can you then? Okay, so so now we are rounding this for now. Maybe when this workshop needs to happen actually. So the 27, I will be there, right? So it's from the 28th till the 31. So I guess I will propose. Let's see if that happens, and maybe not the first day, but maybe the second day. So I will say that we can do this workshop at the 29th of July. I'll put it here. Mm, mm. And maybe the last day. We'll see if that, because also I'm seeing that might be not that much time, so it might be that we just have one session. You see what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, let's see.
I will propose anyway the initial session, and then we'll see together also with the group if they feel doing it, if there's space, and then we'll see what happens. So, but initially, I think let's try to aim for the 29. So that means that when are you traveling?
Wait a sec. I'm traveling on 27th to Vienna, and then on the 3rd
When
from Vienna to
are you traveling to Jan? When is your next
Oh,
flight?
sorry. That's next Tuesday to Monday for like 1 week, from 9th to 15th.
9 to 15. Yeah. And when you were mentioning, okay, I need to mention this actually in my schedule. So,
I'll write to you in the chat.
yeah. Uh, 9 till 15, you said. You're okay. Okay. Okay, we just waiting the time. When are we normally what's that? I'm seeing my calendar, but there's so much thing in my calendar that I cannot even read what is in it. Danny now, it says, so it says it's 7 at 6 p.m. You were mentioning today that it might be difficult for you, right?
We originally said 14th.
14, yeah, at 6.
Yeah, I mean, probably they don't have internet connection there, and I don't have like unlimited data, so
So what do you think?
I don't know.
Okay.
No, I don't know yet. I mean,
Yeah.
I need to check with her, with Jan. Like, for example, if she has like data connection or something, then it might work, but yeah. But also I don't want to stress her too much because I think she's doing a lot of things now to prepare. So if Yeah, if it's okay, like if I can confirm on like next Tuesday when I'm there to see how it is. I know it's a bit, no, I think it's okay. I mean, if we want to be on the
Yeah.
safe side, we can reschedule it for the week after.
But then we have to know because I think Danny's going somewhere. I think it might not work because we just spoke on this day, and I know like Danny on
Yeah,
these days is just crazy. I can barely
I'll,
speak.
yeah, I'll think, I mean, I'll try to make it happen. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to be stressed.
No, I understand.
I
Just
shouldn't be stressed.
I think that the way to go is like there's no reason why to stress before. So get there on Tuesday and in Tuesday see. So don't get stressed. You can get stressed on Tuesday if you
Yeah,
want, but not before. And then we see.
no,
And I also understand here a bit of the how things are. And then I also let you know, for instance, because it might
yeah,
be that you send a message and she might not reply.
right.
Yeah. So yeah, but don't worry about it now. So yeah. So just check on Tuesday. Um, yeah, it's fine. So
Yeah,
and then so I guess what I was thinking is because we have some work to do before. I mean, especially work to do. I mean the piece. But this is also the information that we can share the three of us, like the performance that we already did in Ljubljana. Um, I need to do the exercise that you did, and I want from there to apply the system that we developed with Danny, and now then to think that to the lenses uh, of that in the workshop, and then come out with some intention, some yeah.
I think
Um,
I think there's so many things now. There's so many things on the table. And to me, like, to be honest, like card making is not an easy task. And yeah, it's I started, but like it's a lot. It's a lot. And then we also start thinking about this workshop. Yeah, it's a lot. Let's let's fix like one thing at a time. Maybe for
mhm.
Danny, I think, you know, I mean, she's not expecting us to finish that by then, right? So
No, no,
we just have to have some kind of like ingredients, and maybe we can try to, put these things at the same time, the workshop and, thinking about the lenses and elements. I don't know.
could be. Yeah, yeah, no, could be.
Yeah, I
Could be that
mean,
we,
yes and no.
but I mean, but that's part like what we said. This goes in hand when we spoke on these. It comes to us, and then in this is just our responsibility. That if we clarify, then for instance, like if we find that is important for the process, and we see that that time we can allocate maybe one of the sessions to think on the workshop with her. But
Yeah, yeah,
then it's us.
totally.
Um,
I think. Yeah,
um,
if you could like check with her like how her schedule is until like August. I mean, I know this is not gonna be like, straightforward, but just no, I don't know. So
no, I think
no, I said while I was saying I thought it's stupid. Um, when do we two of us talk next time?
the three of us. I think I mean the next meeting, no?
No,
That's
two,
what you mean?
two.
You and me.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to make an yeah. So
I mean, it's
let
more
me check.
about your schedule because until Monday, I'm more or less available, but from Tuesday, no. So,
Then tomorrow. So tomorrow we have this with Lily, and then Saturday since
and Monday we have this meeting,
Monday we have.
Shishka.
It could be after the meeting actually.
It's a little bit. overloaded. I mean, if we need to, we could, but I have a back-to-back meeting with Nuno before the
Okay.
call with Shishka. I mean,
Okay.
yeah. I mean, I could, you know. Yeah.
I think that we could say like I have to see how things go here, but otherwise I could say eventually we could do this Saturday or Sunday to come back
Yeah. It's a bit,
early.
but I think we should. I think we should.
Yeah, because you're leaving on Tuesday now.
Yeah. I think,
So and then Monday it might be not working for you, I understand. So
yeah.
I think Saturday or Sunday. Let's say for now, or let me just bring my laptop there to see what is happening. No, so can you just block this just for now? Like we said at 9 Saturday or Sunday, and I confirm with you tentatively something in a few minutes. Let me just
I
walk up.
I block both.
Okay, I will just put it here. Okay. Confirm. Okay, yeah. All right. So I will come just let you know in a bit.
Yep.
Okay, thanks for this. Yeah, we have some structure.
Yeah,
And
it's
also to be honest, like the other part is more like I think I will lead the process. So this reflection is more of the intention. I guess I will propose, and then there is like big objections or something, then we can talk. But I think we can do it like that.
yeah, it's all good. I think
Okay.
we made a big plan.
Yeah, if there are many things happening at the same time, and also on the cards, and also I haven't started that map, so this is just an ongoing process. And
Yeah.
so I think that will more like that's what I shared the last time. It, that will it will force you to not do it because I know you or often you finish the things fast, but I mean there's just so much that you can do. So yeah, that's that.
Yeah, I mean, right now there's so many things, and you know, I can't.
Yeah.
The problem is that I can't take things slow because either I have to like postpone or finish it fast. And I mean, finish it fast doesn't mean that I do it, you know, bad job. I will do a good job anyways. But yeah, just the you know like the for me the rhythm right now is like you know it's like either I stop completely or like just go full on. Just saying.
I mean, but my
Which I
thing,
know is not ideal. I know, especially
yeah,
this kind of process.
yeah, yeah. I think like yeah, I think that's the last time you shared like because art normally the modality of art is more like that. Like you just like drop it. Yeah, the modality of art is more like that.
Yeah, but that's why we have August full month. So don't worry.
No, I'm not worried. Like it's more like this. It's more like you that. I mean, I'm
Yeah,
not worried. Just,
no, I'm saying to myself
uh,
because I'm the worried one.
yeah, yeah. Because I think especially in that conversation of like the modality, like, and I think it's interesting we start going there, like to entangle modalities. Also, I guess, yeah, to enter different modalities. Yeah, the modalities are very different.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
like I have to get going.
yeah.
I hate this life, I have to say. Did I tell you about the kindergarten that I want to, you know, like I want to work in a kindergarten that I started
What do you want to
fantasize?
do? What do you want to do in a kindergarten?
That's like kind of more like a fantasy. But you know, Nianzu's cousin, she's working at a kindergarten. And her mother, so Nianzu's aunt, and they were like we were staying at their place where we're in Taiwan, and they asked me if I want to teach English at the kindergarten. I was like, I didn't think seriously at that time, but now I think of it like I was like maybe that's better life than doing PhD. Anyways,
Oh, you know what? Like, it's so cool. By the way, like, Danny's piece is so, like, I think I told you. No, I didn't share that with you.
No.
Like, in one note, I mean, to summarize, like, things, and that was a feedback I gave her, is like the sandbox is so much like the sandbox, but in physical. It's, yeah, I would say I also have a snapshot. I will send you a picture or something.
Yeah, you haven't done it, so
And then, yeah, man, it's incredible.
great.
So then I talk also with one of the dancers, and they were telling me that they may know you, like they did a workshop with you,
What's her
because I was
name? What's
sharing.
her name?
Ronnie is from Israel. They are
Ronnie
not
Cut?
so tall.
Something like that.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
She was at
yeah,
Dance
yeah,
One.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. So Ron is one of the dancers of the team, and
great.
also they worked in Ocean before, so they have your references.
Okay.
So like, yeah, they say like, was he in the, yeah? So it's so cool. But yeah, so maybe I will just expand that on as a voice message with some of the notes and some pictures.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Cool.
All right.
Okay, it will go on and on. So
Yeah,
we'll
yeah, I
finish
know.
there,
So
and but I had a
now,
lot to
see you next
share.
time.
I want to say.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. No, let's go through WhatsApp like
Yeah.
asynchronously.
Have a good one.
Ciao. Thanks.